With Super Recognizer, it's not just the ability to be, that is definitely the same person. It's the ability to say that that is not the same person. This is just as important. So I'll give you a couple of examples. So if you remember the case of Kashogi, who was the dissident Saudi journalist, he was tricked into the Saudi embassy in Istanbul. They killed him. They then got a sort of a man who looked like him and put him in his clothes, and he went off around Istanbul, and the Saudis could say, well, we have killed him, he's on CCTV over there. And it was one of my super recognisers who watched the CCTV and said, that is definitely not Khashoggi, definitely not him. And also, this is how Grenfell was done. So the terrible events at Grenfell Tower. So the super recogniser there had two roles. The first one was about the deceased. So you had the tragedy of people going up to a flat, being told to stay there, being in fear of being burnt to death and jumping out and dying. So they were shown the faces, and their job for the coroner was to trace when they entered the block and to wherever. But the other thing they had, you had 17 people who tried to defraud the charity by saying, my family lived there and they've all been burnt to death. So what happened there is that the super recogniser watched a month of the concierge footage and could say none of those people ever entered this block. So that's the sort of negative. So the negative sometimes is just as important as the positive.